Alison Rosen. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison Rosen. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone. Hi. Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. It's Friday afternoon and I'm sitting in Pod Cabin with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hi.
I would just like to start out this episode with a couple quick things. One, keep those Apple podcast. Do you know how hard it was for me to not say iTunes?
Oh, you're not. Oh, that's right. It's changed.
It changed a long time ago. Yeah, I know.
Does
but
iTunes even exist?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Keep those Apple podcast reviews
Wait,
coming.
what's Apple? Is it Apple Music?
Apple Music is music. This is podcast.
So that's not iTunes. I know, but like if I were getting a music,
you go to music.
I don't go to iTunes.
Daniel, let it go. iTunes is dead.
I don't know.
They don't ask about you anymore. So anyway, leave us those reviews. You can also leave reviews on Spotify as well and comments. And then also the number to call in and leave us a voicemail. We won't answer. That's the ARIYNBF promise is write this down. I'm going to wait while you get a pen. Do, 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 do.
You can also rewind.
Boo, do, 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 shh, do, 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 do. It's 323-553-2331. I'm going to say that again, as if I'm leaving a message in the 80s. We did have answering machines in the 80s, right?
Oh, hell yeah, we have.
323-553-2331.
The Alison Rosen promise is that you will not answer the phone.
People get scared.
Yeah,
I promise
Alison
I never
Rosen
will.
promise.
Unless at some point I change and we take, calls on the show.
Can you answer that line? Is it just a strictly voicemail line? Like
I have it
ring
set. No, it doesn't ring. I have it set to go straight to voicemail. You can change it so that it rings through.
Oh,
you know when you call someone and they're like,
I do know when you call someone.
You know when you call someone and I'm just keep on trucking, Allison. Don't let everything Daniel says knock you off course. When they're like, I forget the verbiage, but it's like you say your name.
Thanks for clarifying.
When it's like when you call and they say, please state your name. And then you go, Alison Rosen, if you're me. And then they're like, the person is unavailable because they heard that it was Alison Rosen and they said, I'm not taking that call. That's
I didn't know that that's a thing.
That's a Google Voice number. Are you familiar with this? So this has never happened when you've done this thing you're familiar with.
So you can call a number and it'll like ask your name and then it'll screen you out?
I think so.
That's so crazy.
What happened to your arm? You have a bruise.
I have mysterious bruises all over. Look, are you talking about this one?
Yes, I am.
I don't know. I must have. Well, I
Is
bumped
it
I've
because
been
you've been working in the garage, and by that I mean the closet?
Yeah, I think I've been renovating our closet, and there's a lot of wood and a lot of getting into weird, awkward places with a power drill, and so on and so on. So,
but boy, do we have pegboard.
Oh yeah, baby! It's like we got pegboard, we've got
tiny drawers.
IKEA furniture. We've got built-in shelves. It's all happening.
They're built in?
The
yeah,
ones
in
on
the
left
corner.
side are all built
That's right.
built in.
That's pretty exciting. So I thought, usually I start the show with breaking news.
Oh, yeah. This is where they go for breaking news.
Yeah, breaking
We're recording
news.
on Friday. It's dropping on Monday. Breaking news.
It could be worse. Some podcasts have like a 3-week lead time.
What podcasts do 3 weeks?
Oh my God. I feel like if you record an episode of, I bet Marin waits like 6 weeks to air your episode.
Like maybe Dana Gould because he edits his podcasts.
No, a lot of interview I bet even like Dax Shepard, I bet has them in the can for a while. I used to be someone who had quite a sizable can.
Okay, Miss Podcast.
And now I'm like morning up. Oh man, I should have done a podcast. Not really. I'm exaggerating.
See, this is why podcasts are slipping behind streamers, It's like, it's that real-time shit, baby.
I know.
That's what people want.
What if I was someone who's like, guys, here are my thoughts about the Charlie Kimmel situation.
Charlie Kimmel?
Yeah. and Jimmy Kirk. Now, here are my thoughts about the Jimmy Kimmel situation in real time. I will get to my thoughts.
Oh, for real? This is the breaking news that you were going to?
No. I'm saying, what if I were like?
Oh, what if you were to do
the
that?
day that it all went down, which was a couple days ago, or was it yesterday?
Yes.
I think it was yesterday.
I don't even know.
I can't remember. The days all blend. But I was like,
it's 2 days ago.
I was like, is anyone looking to me to share my opinion right now? Because I could go live. Here's my problem, Daniel. You know, I was going live before anyone else was going live.
You really were, though.
I was live
streaming.
In fact, fucking Andy Levy, formerly of Red Eye and then other stuff. We all went out to a party, and I got up and used the bathroom, and apparently behind my back he made some crack about like, you know, she just made 5 vlogs. But with my constant vlogging was too much for him. But anyway, I was going live on Ustream. I used Periscope. I used
honey.
Yeah.
Like Ustream, for those who don't know, was really the first.
It was, yeah,
live stream.
It had been a military thing initially, and then it switched to plebeian.
And they featured you.
They did. It was me and Joe Rogan.
Like, for real though, you were
on the homepage.
You were like, that's how early. And then if you had just imagine if you'd continued with your live streaming, how huge you'd be right now. You'd be like a cultural force. But instead,
I bet on beta. Beta tape, Beta Max.
You bet on podcasting.
Podcasting bet on me. But so anyway, anything you could go live on, I fucking went live all the time. I can remember like
you had a show. You do your like show.
Yeah, I did this show. Walking with Dustin. Yeah, but no, that was like a regularly scheduled live streaming thing. But I just mean like walking down the street in Brooklyn with Dustin Goot and going live on whatever. Like it was just nonstop. And so it's not exciting to me anymore.
What?
But going live. Like it doesn't it to me that feels so like I know that I sound like I like their earlier material, but it like I did it so much way back when that it feels like yesterday to me, and I don't like going live all the time or ever, which is why but I should, because it's like a new, it's the thing now.
I think it would be fun to do a live call-in.
Yeah,
show.
You get that set up, and then we can do it.
We got to get
I know.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should just put a goddamn big ass green curtain in here.
The idea of doing green screen pains
But you've
me.
seen, I've shown you, it can look good.
Yeah.
But it's also a way to have flexibility and do it quick.
I guess. And you know how to do that? The OBS or whatever?
OBS is easy, yeah. We just have to figure out the lighting. And
but for a call-in show, you got to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we could figure that out.
Okay, no, you got to figure out how to do it.
What am I getting paid? I'm not. I got a job, hon.
Yeah, your job is to figure. Thank you. I'm glad you see it the way that I do. Your job is to figure out how to get the call situation happening. I feel like we tested it one time and we did figure out how to do it. It's pretty easy.
It's totally doable. It would be a lot of fun. I enjoy talking to people. And if they had a chance to chime in,
do you remember the segment Fan Phone Call?
I loved that segment. I think
I would call them. They would submit their number, and then I would call them.
My favorite thing is hearing from the listeners.
All right, enough of that. But
let's not listen to them yet. Let's talk.
So what I wanted to say is, unlike how I normally start the show with breaking news, because they turn to give me a minute, I'll give you the world. I invented that.
Yeah.
I thought instead I would start with a couple mundane topics.
No way.
Yes.
You?
Yes. I should have a song for mundane topic chat.
Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison.
What could be mundane relative to what you normally talk about?
The fact that I cook chicken. So I cooked chicken last night. I do not cook very often. I'm not, and I
all.
certainly,
very rare.
I don't enjoy, I go through different phases. After 9/11, I baked a lot of cookies. I found it soothing and I would try, different sorts of things. But, I don't know. First of all, our kitchen is small. It's not enjoyable to cook in our kitchen. I feel like if I had that weird structure that Meghan Markle does her show in, where she keeps saying that she's going to take them to her house, and you're like, I thought I was in your house. What? With love from Meghan, what is this building that we're in? Is it a set? It's very weird. But if I had that, I might also make bath bombs and cook and stuff. But anyway, I don't cook that often, but I especially don't cook meat. Because it's got, there's just a lot going on. When you cook meat, there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so the recipe that I was following, it was Ina Garten's, aka Barefoot Contessa's, creamy chicken thighs. No, chicken thighs with a creamy mustard sauce. And I saw something online that's like, these are the recipes that that I make all the time. And I was like, it looks really easy. Mm-hmm. So I did that, and it was chicken thighs, skin on, bone in, which is hard to find, by the way. Everyone wants the skinless, boneless. So I got that. And as I was getting ready to put them in the pan, I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I have what it takes to pat these dry and salt them and then move them, because I can see there's feathers in this chicken skin. Like
really?
That was my problem. That was when I announced, I think I'm going to barf, because there were little bits, like it wasn't properly, like even thinking about the plot, it's all upsetting. And I know that I'm a giant hypocrite if I like emotionally want to be vegetarian, vegan,
who cares?
But I still eat meat. I don't eat it that often though. But anyway, yeah. So there were bits of feathers in the skin, and then just when I cooked it, that was a whole adventure too. And then I moved it into So we put the kids to bed, and then I came back, and it was in the pan, and there was like such a layer of fat on the top. Do you know what the word for that is? Chicken fat? There's a colloquial term for chicken fat. Schmaltz.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Yiddish. So anyway, yeah, and I'm like, do I drain that off? I don't know. There's just a lot of juices to deal with when cooking, especially dark meat. So I guess my question is, if you cook a lot without meat, what is it that you're cooking? And would anything that you're cooking work in a creamy mustard sauce?
Send Alison your favorite vegetarian recipes.
Yes. I bet like some kind of vegetable could go well in there. Because really, it's more about the creamy mustard sauce than it is about the
But the sauce
chicken.
was made with the chicken
drippings. But it also was made with creme fraiche and onions and mustard.
You might get
I feel
chicken
like
broth and make it with that.
That's true. I don't think you needed the chicken schmutz. I don't know. So that's my one thing. And then I had my other, it's about to get more mundane.
Oh, good.
I'm having an issue with my duvet cover. The new one. Here's the deal. You're wincing.
I'm just so interested.
The duvet ends and the duvet cover goes on. Like
the duvet, the fluffy part is not big enough for the duvet
yes. And it's bothering me in the same way that, like, imagine putting on a blouse and then putting a sweater over it, which is already a sensory nightmare. Now imagine the sleeve isn't pulled all the way down. It's bothering me in the same way a water bottle rolling around the back seat of a car bothers me.
Do we need to alter the duvet cover?
I think that we need to wash the duvet cover and then dry it. And I think because it's has a lot of cotton content in it.
Shrink.
cotton content is where you do reels about cotton. I think it'll shrink. That's my hope. Otherwise, I don't know where to go from here because it's like hanging. Like what I like is a duvet cover that's a very puffy, not one that's like hanging
but it's
down.
not the cover that's puffy. It's the innards that are puffy.
I like a puffy duvet and innards. And this one is
you just might need a new duvet.
Oh, but they're I think it's a standard situation size wise.
Yeah, but those things they're filled with down, right?
Yeah.
Well, they get older, they start to like get mushed. And
Here I am. I'm so like emotionally and ethically revolted by the feathers in my chicken, but I have a down comforter. No, it's not that it's too flat. It's that it's not wide enough for the duvet cover. It's both.
I'm having trouble staying with this conversation.
Are you having trouble understanding it, or you're having trouble caring about it?
Yeah.
Both?
The needle is having trouble staying on the record.
Okay. Imagine a tablecloth.
No, I understand the issue.
What do you have to say about it?
I don't care.
Oh my God. Can I say that? Sometimes you'll say a whole thing and then you'll be like, what do you think about what I just said? Can I respond, I don't care?
I guess it does sound cruel.
Do you have any thoughts about what I just said?
But you're talking to them. You're not trying to get my interest.
No, I'm just asking, can I use that? I'm not taking offense. I just want to know, can I use that response? Because I often feel put on the spot. Like you'll say a whole thing and then you'll want to know like any thoughts about what I just said. And if you
say it in good humor, you can say it.
I had thoughts about what if I had thoughts, I would share them. The reason I'm being quiet is because I don't have any thoughts. Like
well, I mean, I don't care. Like I don't have any feelings about. It's not that I don't care about. It's not that I don't care about what this means to you. It's that I don't have an opinion about duvet covers.
Okay, I have a question then. Let's peel this onion.
Okay.
Does it not bother you that? Okay. Imagine a full duvet in a king-size duvet cover.
Well, I mean, I guess if it's that dramatic, I would. But I haven't noticed.
Just saggy, flappy, empty duvet on the side.
Well, two things.
Interestingly, I'm sorry, your side isn't doing this. That's the problem.
But I'd be fine with it because we have duvets in the summer in our fucking house. Like,
yeah, it's year-round.
Yeah, like I would, if it were up to me, only have a duvet when it's cold.
What would you sleep with? Just a sheet?
Yeah, like a lighter sheet. You can still have
but the monsters can get you.
I sleep hot, so it's like it's nice when you first get into bed because it's like it's cold and then you warm up. But then I get too hot, and I'm usually kicking it off, or I just wake up and I'm sweaty and miserable. So it's like I don't really need the duvet. I started about a year ago, like cranking the AC at night just so that the duvet, so I wouldn't get too cold.
So if it were up to you, what would you sleep with on your bed in summer?
I used to have a sheet that was like somewhat weighted, but like I don't know what you would call it. It was
blanket?
It was a blanket that had it was like knitted. It was like a knitted blanket, but it was like it had some weight to it. So you felt the weight of the blanket, but you wouldn't get hot.
When did you have this?
Growing up. Well, but then I took it with me to like college and whatnot.
Is it brown?
No. I don't still have it.
Oh, what color is it?
It was white.
A knitted blanket.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Some kind of fleece. Did it have a satin top?
No, not fleece.
Did it have a satin top?
No.
Like a crocheted thing. Could you stick your fingers through it?
Through the top part you could, but the rest of it was just breathable. It was just like it wasn't like...
Is it a matelace?
I don't know, honey. I don't know what you'd call it, for God's sake. But
you are rolling your eyes. I'm going to look up matelace.
Well, I don't know blankets. I don't know.
Clearly.
I don't know. But it was like, it was good. It was, because really that's all I would want is that weight. But I didn't want the heat.
Or matelace coverlet. Got to get some images here. Well, this is taking fucking forever. Oh, here we go. Is it like something like that? Like a quilt? That's not a quilt, but a bedspread?
No.
Okay. Well, we will get to the bottom of this, not on air.
Anyway, that's what I would use. But like those blankets with the satin on the edges, that would work too.
Yeah,
just something that's like a blanket.
Mm-hmm. But the curious part is, the way the duvet is on your side is exactly. I know it's exactly how I want it to be.
Then turn it.
Why is it like that on your side? It's like someone lifted it up on my side and let all the duvet action head to your side.
Then change it.
No, I know. You know what, Daniel? You're hitting me with solutions when I just want to talk about my feelings.
I'm listening.
You're from Mars. I'm from Venus.
I'm listening to your feelings.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. It is really or imagine a sugar packet and someone on one side.
I think everyone understands what you're saying.
How did it happen, though, is what I want to know.
I don't know.
It's got to have something to do with the dogs. The dogs were like, their backs were touching. They were napping today together.
No.
It was very cute. And I was like, what if that is where we're headed?
Them being sweet.
Them being snuggle buddies. I mean, I would just die.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah. All right. I got to cross these off my list. Okay. Duvet, cooking chicken. Oh my God. So listen, something weird is happening. As I've discussed, I have started physical therapy. Shockingly, my insurance doesn't limit we have new insurance now. We have new terrible insurance. Whereas insurance used to cover over half of therapy. Now it's like, here's $12 per session.
Like psychology therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about multiple therapies. Yes. I mean, it used to my brain therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really quite affordable. And now it's like, here's $8 a session, here's $12 a session. But physical therapy, which I've never done before, our new terrible insurance doesn't cap the number of visits, and it's a $15 copay per visit. So it's really, you know what I need to do? I need to get my therapist, my brain therapist, to meet me at the physical therapy studio.
That's like I used to go in for, there was a chiropractor, but you could get a full like massage.
Yes.
And it'd all be covered, but you couldn't get just a massage covered on if I went in the chiropractor, I could get the massage. So for a while I was doing that, but then it's like, I don't like the chiropractor part. So It's not worth the massage.
Did they have the pens that went like, looks like it's time to see your chiropractor?
No.
They didn't? That's the whole point of being a chiropractor. Access to those. No, that'd be the whole point of going to a chiropractor. We get the pen. But the whole point of being a chiropractor is to get your name on one of those pens.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Sorry if there are any chiropractors out there, but I didn't like having my spine manipulated in such a way.
It can be very dangerous.
And but the massage was amazing. So.
Do you remember when we went to that baby wearing meetup when Elliot was... So I was trying to figure out, like, what kind of baby wearing device do I want?
Oh, yeah, at the park?
And Elliot was 7 weeks and he was crying.
Was this the one at the park?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the guy kept saying, permission to touch you? Permission to touch you? The guy who was...
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was like helping me adjust the ring sling, and he's like, permission to touch? Permission to touch?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, the woman told me that it wasn't normal that Elliot, and I think Elliot was hungry. It wasn't normal that he was crying like this at 7 weeks and that we should take him to a baby chiropractor.
It horrifies me to think of people doing that. I don't know. But
so anyway, I go today to my physical therapy appointment, and I walk in and I say, hi, I have a 2:15. I'm here to see Jenica. That's her name. This is a new one. I've never met her yet. And it's like, is that Jennifer or is that Jessica? What do you think the base, is a zebra black with white stripes or white with black stripes? When you hear Jenica.
Is it more Jennifer or is it more Jessica?
It's more Jennifer to me.
Yeah.
Might not be that way for everyone, though, Daniel.
Like, is a centaur more horse or more man?
Horse. A centaur is a horse with a man head.
No, it's a full torso with arms.
It's still more horse to me personally. Oh,
Well,
wait a minute. Now this is real. Is the dress, what color is the dress? Because it's going back and forth on me.
I think it's more man because the brain is one of a human's, even though mass-wise, it'd probably be more horse.
I guess, because if I were to have a conversation with a centaur,
Mm-hmm.
I would expect them to talk to me on a human level, not a horse level.
Like, wouldn't the most disturbing thing be a centaur, but the brain...
They talk like Mr. Ed.
The brain is really a horse's brain,
Yeah.
but it's like a human body.
Right.
And they're just like... Carrots. I don't know. What would... They go, hey, carrots.
Mm-hmm. I saw the cutest TikTok, and then I got to get back to where I was going with, because there's more to the physical therapy story. It's this woman who has a horse named Peter. So that delights me already. She holds up 2 candies. It'll be like, raspberry or blueberry mint or peppermint. And then the horse kind of sniffs both of them. And then he gets all excited by one. And you can tell he's excited because his lip like really comes out. And then he takes the mint and then he sucks it. Instead of just chomping on it, which you'd expect him to do, he like works it with his little horse mouth. Like they kind of like go close and you can kind of hear him sucking on it. It's so fucking cute.
That is cute.
Yeah. So anyway, I walk in. I have a 2:15 with Jenica.
This is a great story.
And the
glad it's
guy-
taking so long.
What?
This is a great story. I'm glad it's taking so long.
Well, I had to take. I'm sorry. Did you want to go back to talking about man or horse
Sorry, I'm
brains?
just giving you shit.
So
I shouldn't.
the guy looks very surprised. Like, you do? And I say, yeah. And I instantly am like, oh man, did I fuck this up?
Mhm.
And then I say, because they have 2 locations. I'm like, did I go to the wrong location? And then is Jenica here? And he says, yes, but she's with a client. And I'm like, okay. And anyway, long story short, I didn't have an appointment today. I have an appointment in 1 week, which, okay, someone can make a mistake. However, the last session, everything went gangbusters. The one before that, I got there at noon and she said to me, your appointment was at 11:30, right?
You were late last time.
The time
And
before
now
last
you're
time.
a week early this
And
time.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God. And I was like, I had trouble getting into the first part of the session. I literally said, like, I'm sorry. I'm just still can't believe I did that, because I am not a person who normally does stuff like that. I feel like there are people who play fast and loose with appointments and show up to your podcast like an hour late. That hasn't happened a lot, but it did happen a couple times. And then there's people who are pretty responsible with stuff like that. I might be late, but I don't usually mix up the times. So I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that the first time. What the fuck? Why am I having so much trouble with these appointments? I don't understand, Daniel. And
Yeah, you're
yeah.
usually pretty good about stuff
I
like
know. So the fact that it's happened multiple times at the same place is very weird to me. I mean, thankfully it's not like forgetting to pick up my kid or forgetting to pay a bill or something, but it's just frustrating to me because I don't normally do this and I don't understand why I'm doing
that. Is
this.
there something going on when you're inputting the thing into the calendar? Are you distracted?
Maybe. Well, I called and spoke with Vanessa
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
to add the Friday appointments.
Yeah.
And so I put a lot of Friday appointments, and I think there just must have been a miscommunication with her.
Blame Vanessa.
I don't know. Anyway, all right. Excuse me, I got to
There's always
cross
a
that off the list.
Vanessa. There's always a Vanessa if you dig deep enough.
I guess I have something else mundane to say.
Shoot, let's do it.
It's about dog poo. I saw.
Is this gonna be?
Yeah, it's
This is gonna be like something that's gonna. I don't know if I can talk about.
Do you want to talk about
Like
like a
things that are-
million roly-polies on dog poo?
Yes, I know. I'm the one that cleans the dog poop. I see it.
Since when do roly-polies love shit?
I don't know, but it's a thing that's been going on. I don't. He might be eating weird stuff. Who the fuck knows?
I've never seen so many roly-polies. And the thing is, roly-polies, they're closer to ladybug than disgusting insect for me.
Right, you don't think of them as shit.
I think they're actually an isopod. They're a crustacean, not an insect, which is actually disgusting when you think about a land crustacean.
Everything in nature is disgusting.
However, I've just never seen them, take to dog shit like that.
Have we talked about the octopus?
No, we haven't.
We watched the octopus documentary.
My Octopus Teacher.
And
so good.
We're about 5 years late on this, but that's all right. First of all, every second of it, I'm just like, what? Why?
Why go in the ocean?
Why are you there? It is. I have no desire, but
to go in the ocean.
Yeah, it's just not.
Well, when I first met you said too many mouths.
Yes, I stand by that.
Yeah.
It's still my feeling about it. This guy who develops this friendship with an octopus.
A lot of people feel like it's more like it's romantic. I don't think so, but I understand why they think that.
It's not romantic. You can love something without it being romantic.
Yeah.
You love your pet. It's not romantic.
Okay.
Fucking people are weird. He developed a love for this animal.
Yes.
And it's sweet. You see the way that the animal interacts with him, and
yeah. So he's going through a tough time in his life, although we never find out why.
Tells us what it is.
It's so weird. It's so elliptical. It's like, what is it that's
so difficult?
Anyway?
Yeah.
So he's in South Africa, going through a tough time in his life. Unclear why.
Well, it's clear he didn't want to really make it about himself. So he would just kind of allude to that, but he wanted the focus.
I guess, but I don't want to watch a mystery. So anyway, he does free diving, which is where you just hold your breath, which is wild.
Well, it's with a snorkel,
right? But not a scuba thing. So in this
I think free diving. Okay,
I read something that said free diving. Maybe that's not accurate.
Right.
Maybe that's not accurate, actually.
It probably is. Who the fuck knows?
What do you think?
He's not using scuba, and he's staying underwater for a while, so it probably is. I guess I think of freediving as those people that do the they go under. They try to go as deep as they can with no scuba gear. But
he is going to the ocean floor where it's shallow
compared to those people. I'm just
so there's this shallow kelp forest area, and he goes down, and one day he sees this octopus. He sees this octopus, and he realizes that there's something magical happening, and he decides he's going to go down every single day with his camera and stuff.
Trust with this octopus.
Yeah, and he's just going to document her, and eventually she starts to recognize him, and then all of a sudden her tentacle just comes out and kind of touches his hand. It's so fucking sweet.
Clearly the octopus is curious and trusting. Yeah. and then
are we spoiling anything?
We don't have to spoil anything. I'll just say there are a few moments where there's predators. That's not a spoiler. Yeah. And it's he's I'm not going to interfere, and it's motherfucker, interfere. That's your friend.
Yeah.
Interfere. What the fuck?
That was the most frustrating aspect of it, is where he drew. So, I have the same issue with my parents. That's where you're going to draw the line? Dude, she's sitting on your chest. You guys are friends, and there's cameras down
you're
here.
A fucking asshole. Here's the deal, right? If someone's chasing me around with a knife, okay, but there are aliens that I've made contact with and are my friends, and I'm seeing them, they're watching. It's please interfere.
Right.
Interfere.
Yeah. You're an animal.
You're my friend.
You pointed out, he's an animal too, and you're in this scene, and she might have her octopus guard down because she knows you're there, in the same way that when dogs lay roly-poly's favorite snack, poop, they stare at you, the human, to protect them.
And how fucking full of yourself are you that you think that if you interfere, you're powerful enough to disturb the delicate ecosystem? You're not, dude. If a shark doesn't eat that day because you shoot it away, nothing changes.
Well, so then some of the cynical people think that he made that decision because he wanted dramatic footage.
It did make for good document, but I was just like pissed at him about it.
Me too.
And especially at the end, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's like, dude, that's your friend. Like, come on. But I've been thinking a lot about that octopus.
I know. I wish she had a name.
It's so, the sad thing is like how short their lives are. I
know.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they lead these short little lives, and then at the end, wait, what do the male octopuses do? We only know the female octopus at the end. They like lay eggs, and they become weaker and weaker until their eggs hatch, and then they die.
Spoiler.
Or something.
Or maybe
but
they don't.
but is it like are the male octopuses just out there fucking, just nonstop?
I don't know.
What if they're like those old men that keep getting younger and younger wives?
So I have a topic. I saw this thing on.
Tell me.
On TikTok.
I'm gonna look up how long do male octopus. You know, I just want to say on behalf of all the listeners. If you had a topic, you should have mentioned it earlier because they had to listen to me talk about chicken and roly-polies.
This is your show. I'm not going to like front load my shit.
All right. Okay. Hang on.
Okay.
Will you remember?
Yeah.
Male octopuses have short lifespans, generally dying within months of mating due to a programmed biological process called semelparity, where they breed only once and then perish. The exact length of a male octopus's life depends on the species, but most die shortly. Should I pronounce it like species?
Sure.
On the species, but most die shortly after reproduction, a few weeks or months after delivering their sperm.
So that kills them too. Yeah. What a weird fucking thing.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Would it really kill everyone to let them have parents? Because he makes that point at the beginning that they grow up without parents.
Yeah, it must be that.
Why?
Like there's not enough food for like more than one at a time, or this kind of thing. Like it must be resource based. You know, like because it's not like there's a lot of octopus living in an area. It's like that was her area,
right?
So it's like
that's her corner.
It must be kind of relatively hard to, if there were more than one, to get enough food or something. All right, here's what I was gonna.
I hate this.
I saw a thing, and it was like an account who talks about like how to make people like you or something. I don't know why TikTok thought I wanted that content. And you know, it was a lot of it was like when you're judgmental. That's a negative thing that turns people off if you're just like a generally judgmental person. So like try not to be judgmental and people will like you more, which seems obvious, but
right.
We can talk about why that's impossible for me. But it's like they did a study about popular kids in school. Have you heard about this?
Nope.
All right. And they had all the kids in these schools write down all the people that they like. So make a list of all the people that they like. And the one thing that they found consistent for all of the most popular people is that they had the longest lists. So have you heard about that? So it's like,
yes, popular people like people.
Popular people like people.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thinking about that. And it's like, well, that does make sense, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, of course, you could be like, well, I would like people too if
right. That's what I was going to
me.
say. Like, actually, at first I had sort of a deeper take on that. And then it's like, well, yeah, duh. Popular people have a bunch of friends.
But also, like, how are they sure it doesn't work the other way? Like, if I was popular, if people liked me, I would like more people.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, is it
a function of the popularity? Which came first? Chicken egg.
Right. They're making the case that it's because
they're so
it's the person,
liking.
It's the first, you know, it's the first person to like someone new, you know. So someone new is like, hey, sit here. You know, it's like that person.
That is you know what? Annette Stainer, who won best personality in my high school. She had that kind of personality. She was one of those popular girls who was welcoming. Yeah. In a sea of cunts. There's one usually who's like that, and the rest are not friendly, open, or nice. Has been my experience. I think that I am a relatively popular. You know what? It's different. Podcast popularity is
I'm
different.
talking about, well, let's think about high school, though. I mean,
All right.
and we can broaden it out. I guess I'm feeling like, okay, on the one hand, that all makes sense just on the surface, right? I think about myself and I go, I have always known myself to be judgmental in a way that I knew was like not great for like I knew that was a thing that turned people off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always been really hard on my friends and stuff. Like because I'm hard on myself, and I don't know how to be another way. Like I don't know how to not have what I would call standards. Like I see people who are just like everything is people who have no standards.
Mm-hmm.
So, but maybe it's just an orientation thing. It's like you can
Are
have
you
standards.
suggesting that you're discerning? Maybe you're more discerning.
So in terms of just being generally speaking judgmental, I think that like part of it comes from like being hard on yourself. I think it originates like if you really like loved yourself, then I don't think you're going to be as judgmental, generally speaking. Which probably, it probably is all part of the package. Like if you're a person who loves yourself, you're also going to be someone who's more confident.
Yeah,
and that also is going to make you more popular. Like, is it a correlation thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I find that the more uncomfortable I am, the more like judgmental and kind of hateful I can become. Like I remember the lowest, one of the worst nights of my life. I was at South by Southwest. My professor had died. I was feeling sorry for myself. I was with this girl that I didn't really like that much, and this guy who was a complete dork who had a crush on her. And you can even hear it. You can hear how I'm dripping with judgment.
Sure.
And I was just like, I felt it was probably the most despairing and alone I felt. And I couldn't snap myself out of it to try to connect with anyone and talk with anyone. I just sat down by myself and just felt sorry for myself and hated everyone. Yeah. So, it was like a cycle. Like I felt, it's like, just to quote, The Doors, people are strange when you're a stranger.
Wise. I think the more I think about it, the more obvious it is that that projection of judgment
pushes people away.
And no, well, yes, but also that not agoraphobia. What do I think?
When you hate people?
Yeah, what is it? Misanthropy.
Yeah, misanthropy.
Is really just a reflection of how you feel about yourself. I mean,
so many things are.
So yeah, like I'm not sure the study. It's like, okay, yeah, you have that list, like because the people talking about it are like, so what you need to do is you need to learn to like other people,
right?
Like so, which feels like the wrong approach. It's like it's an outside in approach instead of an inside out approach. They're like.
Honestly, everything is cured by learning to accept yourself.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, they're saying like go into a room and just think about what it is that's interesting about other people. And I'm thinking about, and I go, but fuck you. I don't fucking like. I look at, I don't, but I don't like. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck about.
Is this geared for 52-year-old men?
Well,
wait, you're 51, 52. How old are you? You're 52.
35.
Sorry, how old are you?
I'm reverse aging, honey. I was 52.
Right, but you took so much creatine.
I'm about 48 now.
Okay.
Look, I am fully aware that my misanthropy
documentary.
It's a weird thing because it's like it's deep.
Your misanthropy. I think it's a defense mechanism. If I may.
Mine is based on several facts. Sorry. Mine is based on that feeling of like being really hard on myself, but also just general anger at the way that people were when I was a kid that I've never shaken. And so it's like a default. It's just like my default setting. And when I go into it and I see strangers, I just have that feeling. But I will say, being on this show and like, encountering people, it has helped me to get over that. I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Oh, that's good.
I'm much more open to new people and being friendly. But off of me for a second. This notion that you can just like, okay, be someone who is like, a more judgmental person and go like, no, I'm gonna go into this new situation and I'm just gonna find what's great about everybody. It's like, I don't think that's a sustainable way to be. And by the way, it'll come off as fucking fake. It's like when my dad, I remember I don't know if it was junior high or whatever, and he was like, his advice to me was like, to kind of make more friends, he's like, just compliment them. Like if there's a girl, like tell her you like her sweater. And it's like, I'd be like, hey, like, and it would always come off as fake because
how do you know it came off as fake?
Well, I don't actually know. And maybe it didn't, but I felt it was fake. It felt fake and I hated being fake. So it'd be like, oh, that's a really nice sweater. Like it was just never, but
see,
more than anything, it wasn't in the flow of any kind of conversation. It was just like, I'm just throwing a compliment out there. I didn't know how to deliver compliments. If anything, it would just feel awkward. And, I think that like, if it's not genuine, if you're not genuinely, that's the thing. Like those people who are popular, they genuinely like other people. You have to like genuinely figure out a way to genuinely like, and the only way to do that is to genuinely like yourself.
So another story from high school. Did you ever have Stopgap come to your school to do any sort of anti-drug skits or anything? I believe that
rings a bell.
I don't know if this is a national troop. Stopgap in schools. What?
Burp.
I believe they were, I can't find it, but it was like a troupe and they would come and they would put on performances.
Would they have different, like, primary colored t-shirts?
Probably. I feel like they did some kind of clapping situation or something. But anyway, they came and they did this like.
That's what we should do. We should have a program that we tour the country and high schools pay us to perform at their assemblies.
Right. Then we can not only not make a difference, but risk getting shot.
I have performed at many high schools.
I bet you have.
Do you know that about me? I've performed at high schools all across this nation.
That'd be a cool assembly if the Tucson Boys Choir performed.
That's what we did.
That's pretty neat. So anyway, they performed their anti-drug, PSA thing. And then I was sitting in calculus and this girl, Shannon, and she was one of those nice, popular girls. And I was like, what do you think of that performance? Trying to bond with her over something negative,
Yeah.
And she's like, that was cool. I was like, wow.
Okay, but now you're getting to the second level of this conversation. Go ahead and finish, and then I'll.
Just wow. Imagine not only thinking it was cool, but having the balls to be that uncynical, because I am from Gen X. I mean, she was too, but I was very like.
But you were more of a Gen X.
I don't even think that I necessarily hated it. I just didn't give myself permission to think that it was cool.
So.
It's akin to, hi, how are you? Oh, tired. Like, because everyone else, this was something I literally did when I was at tennis camp. And I was tired. No, I wasn't. I was a kid. It was early.
Still your answer.
I know.
That's still your answer every day.
No, but I'm genuinely tired nowadays. But back then, I was like.
It was a pose.
Yes, because I was like, everyone else says they're good. You zig, I zag. And it's like, no, you're just a black hole.
Right. I used to think that if I was brooding, that the girls would be like, who's that mysterious guy with the complicated inner life? And instead, they were just not interested.
Can I tell you the other thing I did? Because recently I was analyzing a photo of me as a teenager. everyone now is all about highlight and contour, but it seems kind of new. But this was going on way back when. But I feel like it wasn't nearly as popular. But I had this. My mom had showed me how to like add, a lighter color of lip gloss, and you put it in the middle of your lip. But I was like, you could put it in the middle, or you could put it like a little bit off to the side. So I looked like the light was like hitting, like I had weird lips because I didn't want to do the middle. That's for them. I'm going to put a little bit of highlight right here.
I'm going to be a crooked mouthed person.
Yeah. So I was looking at this photo and I'm like, the light is hitting my lips weird. And then I remembered why it was doing that. That's so weird that I did that.
It is quirky.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So the second level of this conversation
I didn't know that this is like the rings of hell, yes?
Well, because like, okay, on the one hand, the person who likes the most people and is the most positive and uncritical of things generally, or at least outwardly uncritical,
I mean, but
is going to be more liked generally.
Right, but specifically, if you can't bond with them because they refuse to gossip, that sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, right, like, I mean, if I'm that way, I'm going to have more people liking me. I'll be more popular. I guess I'll have more friends.
Right.
But if you're the way like me, who is a judgmental asshole and likes to be critical of things, then I will bond with people who are more interesting.
Yeah.
And those friendships, I don't know if they'll go deeper. I don't know. But like when I encounter people like that, people who are uncritical, it's like
there's no way in.
It's just like, this is boring. You're boring.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you like everything. Like, you're just sort of like generally positive. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, there are people you meet that are like that. You're like, oh, you had great parents and a great family, and cool.
You know what's interesting
cool,
though?
Good for you.
I feel like Chris Kloneke is very open and positive.
Well, I guess he's different, right? Like, he's positive and.
But you know him well. He must be critical.
Chris,
he can be critical too,
I can be
right?
critical, but he's critical in a positive way, which is like
maybe he's thread the needle.
When he's critical, it's usually like, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't come off as negative. It's weird. He's somehow figured out a way to be that way. He's very popular. Like
yeah. Maybe it just has to do with having like an open, cherubic face. I feel like I kind of have one.
I think maybe like. I think with him, he's critical of things, but not critical of people. Like, because he's a very like, he was very popular, and I think he was very welcoming of people. Like he was just very open,
right.
Whereas I'm like very guarded.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of other friends that I have, that we have, and it's just like the ones who will just get down and like, snark and be. Those are my favorite friends because like like that's the most fun.
Well, it is fun. It is how humans bond. It's one of the ways.
And so I don't know, like and also the idea of having more than a few friends is so stressful. I don't need to be popular, so that's the other part. And maybe that's cope. I don't know, but I don't need to be loved by a lot of people. I just need to be loved by a couple people.
The interesting thing is, I don't think you read as super judgmental. I think on the show maybe you do,
actually.
But you actually do really well. If someone throws you into a social situation, you do much better than I do if it's a bunch of people you don't know, I think.
This conversation is being shaped by things I've been told when I was young.
Right.
So like I used to be, and my dad used to be really hard on me. He would be like, you're way too hard on your friends. And he was probably right. Like I was super like hard on people. Like
to their face or behind their back?
I don't know. I just remember him telling me that.
Yeah.
See,
I don't think, maybe it's not true.
I don't think I'm that way now. Like, I don't feel like I'm really super judgmental of people.
No, I don't either.
But I am guarded. And I'm just like, I don't trust people. It's more of a trust issue.
Yeah.
Me, honestly. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, there was like a dad at pickup. I think I told this story. And, his kid is in Owen's class. So all last year, he might have been at pickup. I don't know. I don't really I don't socialize at pickup, generally. And, but I think there have been things where we were there together. I might even have met him before. I don't know. But I don't know. A mutual friend I was talking to introduced me to him. He's like, "Oh, this is," and I go, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, our kids are in the," and he was just like, he just got real he just sort of not interested, and I was trying to have a conversation, and they just started looking away, and then and it was.
And it sounds like he just felt really awkward.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Oh, is he mad?" I'm like, "Is he mad because I had met him before, and I was acting like this was the first time we'd met?"
I highly doubt
that kind of pisses me off when people do that. But then I was like, "Who gives a shit? Fuck him." And so I don't know.
Excuse me.
I think more than I guess my point is I just have less. I'll give people a chance, but there's less of I have less of a window.
Yeah, and see, there's something about going into a situation where a lot of people already are friends with each other, but you have equal footing in that you're part of the community too. It's like I could be outgoing, or I could lean into, oh, fuck them all, I don't need to know them.
Yeah, and also,
and it's sort of the second one is easier.
I can be interested to a point in a person if that's not like me, if what they do and who they are is legitimately interesting to me. But this guy, he was Johnny Outdoorsman, he had his hiking shoes on, and he had the full leg tan, which means he walks around with shorts all the time, and he coaches a soccer or
I don't know
baseball.
who this is. I'm sure I do, but I don't.
Yeah, whatever. And he's always got he just got other little indicators that he likes to. Indicators that on the weekend, you know what he likes to do? He likes to walk around in the wilderness. Okay, cool. You and I got nothing. I got nothing to talk to you about. I'm not going to talk to you about the Dodgers. I don't give I root for the Dodgers, but I will not watch a single game until.
Is he into the Dodgers?
Yeah, they're all into the fucking Dodgers. I can't get into baseball. Sorry.
Wait, how do you know he's into the?
Sorry. I can't get into fucking baseball.
Wait, how do you know he's into the Dodgers?
Because that's all they fucking talk about.
Oh, so the mutual friend was talking about the Dodgers.
Yeah, and look, I'm not judging. This is.
I think you are.
This is no. This is it. This is the distinction. I'm not judging you for liking baseball, but I'm not going to pretend to like baseball. I don't give a fucking rat's ass about baseball. I played baseball. Okay? So it's one of those things where people are like, oh, you don't like soccer, but if you played soccer, you'd like it. No, I played baseball too. It's fucking boring as fuck. It's so fucking boring. It's so boring. It's so boring. To me.
Well, me too.
Right? But I see what you like about it, and that's great. My little brother worked for the Atlanta Braves. That was awesome. But I can't, it's just not for me. It's not for me. But if that's your whole thing, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to like it as a way of being liked by you. I'll never forgive. I just can't. I can't.
Question. This guy with the leg tan, the full leg tan.
Full leg tan.
Is he more wilderness or is he more baseball?
Can anyone answer that question? He reads as more wilderness, but then the conversation about coaching the Little League and about the Dodgers tells me baseball, and I feel it's a real that. Those are his two interests.
Oh, okay.
How you can pull them apart with him, probably. If you were to tell him which one can you live without, wilderness or baseball, he would probably say, no, I shan't choose between my two loves.
Right.
And I would be like, I am bored by you
Yeah.
and your interests. But that's not a judgment.
But
I don't judge anyone.
Can I just point out?
And any listener out there who's like, but I love hiking and baseball. That's great. But I don't know. I wouldn't have a single question to ask you about it that would be interesting to me.
Can I say something?
Am I being annoying right now? I'm sorry.
No. Here's what I want to say. Uh-oh.
It's like you talking about duvets.
On behalf of the audience, I had to yawn. Now, I just want to point out, though, if he was welcoming and friendly to you, all of this wouldn't have happened, right? Like this whole thing, and am I asking? I think that this is growing, this whole thing is in response to feeling rejected by him. And then telling yourself it doesn't matter because you don't share interests.
Yes, there's some cope happening, but here
I wasn't putting it in that memification.
I don't care. Here's the thing. I was trying to find when I was talking to him.
You were trying to friends max.
No, I was trying to find something that we both could be interested in talking about. So like, no, I'm not going to ask about the Dodgers because the only thing I know about the Dodgers right now is that Kershaw is retiring at the end of the season. They're not at the top of the standings and that they play baseball.
Okay,
still.
well now you're making me have to hear about it.
Like that's all I know about the season. I don't know.
Okay. Clinton Kershaw?
Clayton.
Whatever.
See, I'm not even sure about that. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So like, so I could sit here and be like, hey, so
Kershaw.
So they played and they won a game recently, right? Or something. Like I wouldn't know what to talk about. So I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to find like, okay, is there something that we both like? So our kids, right? Like, and they were both in the same class. Like, what'd you think? And we were talking about the teacher.
They're in the same class this year?
Last year.
Oh.
And he couldn't be bothered. So it's like, to me, that's like, look, he is expecting me to engage. Oh, this is getting me to another thing I've learned recently. I put a pin in it.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like having a conversation right now.
So I am engaging in this conversation with this person. And I am trying to find a thing that we can both talk about that we'll both be interested in. And he's not interested in doing that for whatever reason. Okay.
Right.
Who knows? It could be that he literally only knows how to talk about the outdoors and baseball. It could be he's not interested in talking to me.
He has a kid in Owen's class?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who knows? But whatever it was, he wasn't interested in doing, oh, okay, here's a new person.
Right. He wasn't fulfilling he wasn't picking up his side of the social duvet.
Because I will do that with other people. When I notice someone trying to, I will try to improv with them and banter with them and try to find that common thing. So when someone doesn't do that, I get annoyed. But what I've learned relatively recently is that when a person's like that, that person usually, unless there's some other, like, I don't know, maybe he was distracted because something happened in the back,
right.
Putting aside the possibility of other things, they usually are bad people. And it's not fucking worth.
Not at all where I thought you were going with that.
They're usually got.
Oh my god! I thought you were just saying that
people don't do that. I have just found.
So you're just saying they were going to be. I thought you were going to say that they're just shy.
Good. No, shy people don't do that though.
Okay.
Shy people may be hard to draw them out, but they won't just.
Could it be spectrum?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Don't make me try to empathize with this fucking guy.
All right. This guy just fucking sucks.
I'm just saying, I'm good at snuffing out bad people, and I'm never wrong.
So yeah, you're definitely not judgmental. You said like 14 times, I'm not judging him, and now you've ended at he's a bad person.
I'm judging him. Did I say I wasn't judging him?
Oh, maybe you said you weren't judging his interests.
Right, I'm not judging his interests. I'm judging him.
His relative worthiness as a person.
Like our neighbors are really into the Dodgers.
Greg Heller is really into baseball.
Yeah, and I would be happy to watch a Dodgers game with them.
Right.
Because I like them. And I talked, Did
they like this guy?
Yeah. But they like they're popular people.
Yeah.
They are people who do not judge and are just like, everyone likes them.
Don't you feel like eventually if you spent enough time with them, they would have some judgments.
Yeah, but they're so not on the surface.
Right.
Whereas I think I come off, regardless of what I say about
being
judgment.
like, oh yeah, that anti-drug PSA thing we watched, that was cool.
I think I come off as a very judgmental person. I probably am. I don't know.
Again, I feel like this is kind of a Gen X thing.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like if we watched Singles or Reality Bites, we'd be like, yeah, this is what we're talking about.
It's like a pretty misanthropic generation.
By the way, on TikTok, there are a lot of people who look like raisins. Like they look like raisins, and they look
Are
like.
you on Raisin Talk?
That's a problem, yeah. And they look like raisins crossed with that woman from the greeting cards, the old lady Sylvie.
Oh.
What did we decide her name was?
Was it Sylvie?
Nan? I don't know. Jan or Sylvie or something.
No.
But anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm Gen X. I'm like, no, I'm Gen X. What's happening? I'm just saying that
Gen
like
X,
it includes young'uns like us and raisins.
well, but I think people in their 60s are in Gen X.
Okay.
So like Gen X is it can get down to like 49. What is it? Like it gets through 79.
Maxine.
Born through 79. Maxine. So I think if you're born in 80, your cusp. Like your first millennials were born in like the early 80s.
Yeah, how far back does it go? Because aren't my brothers actually Gen X?
No, I think your brothers are. There's an
boomer?
in between generation. I forget there's a name for it now.
Oh yeah, mid 60s and early 80s.
Yeah. So, but if you're like before 65, when were they born?
I think they were 64.
Yeah. If you're before 65, there's like a 10-year. I used to call them the Hershey Squirt generation, because my dad came up with that term for them.
I don't get it. Generation Jones?
Jones. Yes, Generation Jones. It's just like this in-between generation. that
So it
isn't-
has traits of both boomer and
Yes.
X, but doesn't really belong to either.
Those people generally I don't relate to as Xers.
What
Like,
is the thing about them? What's their deal?
just that they have different. It's like, you know, what your like cultural references are. Like they were too old for all the things that we think of as touchstones for our generation, and so they're not really Gen X, but they're also too young to really be boomers, you know, and all the boomer things. So they're just in this weird sort of in between generation.
Why Jones?
I forget. But
we don't
people
have
like-
video, unfortunately,
people like
so people
Bill
couldn't
Maher-
see you give me like a finger, like a full-on finger gun. I forget.
Yeah.
Is he Generation Jones? I could see that.
Culturally, yeah, like him
Yeah.
and Marin, those are that thing where they're like, those guys aren't Xers. Like they don't read as Xers to me at all, and to me they feel more like boomers. But they're not boomers. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, and your brothers are that way.
Marin is more Gen X reading to me than Mar.
Yeah, maybe.
Because wouldn't you put Marin and Jean Garofalo in the same category? And
Only
she's like
because they were-
emblematically X.
Maybe.
Only because they were what?
Because they were part of the same comedy scene.
Right.
But like, yeah, maybe. But he's definitely
they have
an
that
older
disenfranchised aspect to them.
I guess.
Do you need to get your watch?
No. But what were we talking about? Oh.
I don't know.
Uh,
Your judgmental qualities. So I do feel like if are you done? I love you.
Yes.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Have we wrapped this one up? I do feel like we should touch on the Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Yeah.
Because to me, it is horrifying. It is like, oh wow, we are, you know, the frog in the boiling water thing has been debunked for frogs. Apparently for frogs,
Frogs
when
are smarter than humans.
gets to a certain level of heat, they bounce. They say, I gotta bounce. That reminds me of a Lizzie Cooperman bit. Everyone go see her if you can, or just watch it on TV, on YouTube, which is what I did. But with people, I think it's a useful analogy for people. And I feel like the temperature is rapidly increasing. and we're being lulled into a sort of like, well, what do you expect me to do? I'm just a podcaster. I'm just trying to administer a trust and fucking get along and give my fish, children, and dogs the best life they can have, which is kind of where I'm at. Like, okay, so we are now in an authoritarian state and I don't quite know what to do, but I'm worried about shooting my mouth off. In fact, a listener said, are you nervous about talking on your podcast now? No, not really, because no one is really, I'm not at that high a promontory where anyone's, monitoring what I'm saying yet. But I do feel that it does have this chilling effect of like, maybe I won't shoot my mouth off so much. Maybe I'll save potentially problematic things that I'm going to, problematic in regards to this regime. Maybe I'll just, wait and save it up and say it if it was really going to matter. And so that is a gentle censoring and silencing effect. Now, I have encountered a lot of people who are like, where was this outrage when Tim Allen? Where was this outrage with Gina Carano? Where was this outrage with Roseanne? The difference being there was not government involvement in any of them. I actually don't know what happened to all of them. I don't know what happened to Tim Allen, but like losing their jobs.
Well,
people are like,
there was public pressure put on the companies, and then they were like, let go.
Honestly, I don't really like that either. I think the cancel culture is fucking stupid. And then I know people are like, it's not cancel culture, it's consequence culture, whatever. All of that, though, the same people who disagreed with that then are now saying that Jimmy Kimmel's show being put on indefinite hold, well, that's just consequence culture. And that's just ABC not liking what he said. And I'm like, do you guys not know the full story, or are you pretending not to know? Because that is not the whole story. The FCC chairman, government appointed, this is a government agency, FCC, went on a podcast and said, you can do this the hard way, or even fucking Ted Cruz said this is like a mafioso thing, or we can do this the easy way. And that if Disney doesn't punish Kimmel, they will yank Disney's license. So this is the government saying we're not allowing someone to say something that we don't agree with. And one more thing, the idea that Donald Trump and all his ilk wouldn't use their position of power to go after people they personally dislike is laughable. Like, of course this is happening because we are not really living in, like, he's not a noble authoritarian, fascist dictator. He's like a tiny petty one.
Well, I think that like a lot of people, I have a few thoughts. Are you done?
My podcast just got put on hold indefinitely. Yeah.
I think first of all, one of the problems with talking about authoritarianism, or fascism or anything like that is like people's general frame of reference for that is just like Nazis. And so it just is like, well, you say Nazi. Yeah. But I don't think that's actually the right analogy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think that the Nazis didn't allow speech that went against their party. But that's not what we're becoming. We're not becoming Nazi Germany. We're becoming Erdogan's Hungary. Like, or is it Erdogan?
Or Putin's Russia.
No, but I think Hungary.
Okay.
Is it Erdogan? Or
Erdogan or something.
Erdogan is Turkey.
I'll look it up. Who?
But anyway, it's Hungary that we're becoming.
Yeah.
It's important to understand. Like, yes, okay. Orban. Thank you. That's what is happening. If you wanted to chart like our progression and what's happening, what Trump is doing.
I know nothing about Hungary.
And look, you go, well, that's crazy. Well, yeah, is it crazy? You had Tucker Carlson doing live shows from Hungary and holding that up as a model back in the first Trump administration. So like they've been signaling for a while that this is what they like. They like that form of government. And the first thing that Orban did was he started to shut down he started to purge media. He started to purge the universities, and he started to get control of that stuff. And that's what's happening in this country. What's kind of like, so I share your like outrage about this.
He's Generation Jones. Orban is.
There you go. I just lost my thought. So the first thought was about authoritarianism. The thing that's been driving me a little bit crazy is how many right-wing people are trying to act like Jimmy was fired. So first they're ignoring the whole like government part
interference.
Of it. They're just ignoring that. But then they're saying like, no, he was fired because he said
something
offensive or inaccurate. And like, no
didn't.
One's
ever been fired for that. But that's not what. Yeah.
But also
first of all,
didn't.
I know. But also, that's not a reason that a comedian gets fired. It's not even a reason that a reporter gets fired.
I know.
Okay, so
explain. That's not
explain.
My like obviously, even if he did say something offensive, and even if he did say something inaccurate, he shouldn't have been fired. But they're trying to say like you don't have any right to be on the air. ABC can fire you, and of course that was the argument about Roseanne losing her show or whatever. But it's like, yes, fine. But even on your terms, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't lie. It wasn't offensive. If you look at his comments about Charlie Kirk, like, first of all, there's a tweet from him right after where he was sending condolences.
Yeah.
On the air the next day, or he was like horrified by it. The joke that he was supposedly canceled over wasn't even about Charlie Kirk. It was about
Trump's reaction.
So like, it's that weird like.
But Trump signaled that he was going to go after Kimmel ages ago.
Well, right. But I'm just saying, like, the thing, and this has always been the thing that has kind of driven me crazy, and I think is meant to drive me crazy, is this feeling like you're not even factually accurate. Like, it's one thing for us to like see the same thing and have different opinions about it. That I can live with.
Like horse versus man.
I am totally fine with people like just having a differing opinion about something. But when you're telling me that blue is red, like, I don't know what to fucking do with that. Like, it drives me insane. And
and it's exhausting to just debate over the features of it. To even come to a shared reality is exhausting.
Right.
It's like by the time you get there, you have no fight left.
And when Trump won this last term, like, after thinking about it and digesting it, my New Year's resolution was no longer in any part of my life am I going to argue with someone over what the truth is. I will, if they want to know what I think the truth is, I'll tell them, but I'm not going to try to convince somebody who is telling me that the sky is yellow when it's blue or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that it's day when it's night. Like, I'm not going to argue about things that are plainly factual.
Patently obvious.
Plainly factual. Like, this is we can argue about the motivations of this shooter. That's something we can argue about because we don't really know, and there's all these like indicators.
It's complex.
But I'm not going to argue with you about what happened about Jimmy Kimmel. Right. So, like, that's my second thought. My last thought is how disappointed I am over the lack of courage that we have seen from fucking Hollywood. Now, there are people who, I guess, behind the scenes, and people are freaked out, and I've been hearing, like, and Damon Lindelof made a good statement, I think, and, like, so there are people, but it's like,
a lot of
when
people
these motherfuckers come out and they say some bullshit about Palestine, I'm sorry, and people go, oh, look how brave they are. Well, where are these motherfuckers now?
Yeah.
Where are they? Where's the, maybe by the time this comes out, there'll be something, but it's like, I'm sorry, but like, this strikes right at the fucking heart of your ability to do your job.
Right. And a lot of the people who have spoken out so far are people who don't have a lot to lose.
It's always that way. It's always that way. It's always the people who have the most at stake are the fucking quietest.
Yeah.
And this is my last point tied to that. People do not understand how the degree to which Hollywood is full of fucking cowards. This town is nothing. If you want to understand this town, if you want to understand the business, if you want to understand why movies are made the way they are, what movies are made, all of it, you have to understand that they are all fucking cowards. Just the biggest fucking pussy cowards you've ever fucking met. That doesn't mean all of them, but like the bravery only happens in a performative way when there's a lot of them. You rarely get anybody who's willing to stick their neck out about fucking anything in this town.
I wonder what's going to happen with South Park because they have never pulled any
Those guys have courage.
They do, and they didn't air an episode this past week. So I wonder if they will. Well, we'll see.
Anyway, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think
so.
Jimmy,
who would you like to hear from?
Well, I will say this after I say everyone's a coward. Like Stephen Colbert had a good thing and whatever. I would like to see Matt Damon and all the people who have made a huge, who Jimmy has been so generous. I guess one of the things that really infuriates me about this too is Jimmy is a fucking mensch. Mm-hmm. That guy, he's one of the best people in this fucking town. Like, like there are people you hear about, like Rob Schneider. Like Rob Schneider, I've met many people who've worked with him. To a person, they say he is one of the worst humans they've ever met in their life. Right. Like he's just a horrible person. And then you hear about like Henry Winkler, one of the greatest guys. Jimmy, man, you just hear the best things about that guy. And like stuff he does that you don't know about. Right. Stuff he takes care of his people. He has lifted people up. He's made people famous. Like throughout his life, and he just does it because he's a good person. So you like when there's a guy like that, you stand up for that motherfucker. Yeah. Like have his back. You know what I mean? Like where are these people to support their dude? Right. Like they should be there. They should be making a fucking because we have very little fucking power right now on the left. Mm-hmm. Like very little, but we have cultural power. Yeah. And that's what you are. You actors, you fucking comedians, you fucking like writers and producers, like you. That's what I'm saying, that this has a chilling effect. Yeah. Okay, fine. You're not going to be able to get the next Star Wars movie because you pissed off Bob Iger. Whatever. Like, I mean, like, is the business so great now, right now? Anyway? Right. What are you protecting? Everybody I talk to is like out of work and fucking. You know, it's like, what do you have to fucking lose? Like, get out there. Right. Make a fucking ruckus. You just we're on strike for 2 fucking years. Yeah. Like, make a goddamn difference. It's like so disappointing. I'm sorry. I'm being annoying right now. I don't think you're annoying. I just. Yeah. It's just really disappointing. But I think Jimmy is in a really interesting position. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out because he has some legal options. Mm-hmm. And I just don't see Jimmy being someone who will not rise to this moment in a way. Like, he's going to do something. I see him being like, I have no indication of this, but I could see him feeling like, oh, you fucked with the wrong person. Because he's the kind of guy who has a lot of money and not a lot of fucks to give. Right. Like, he just got his Italian citizenship. Like, he has I don't know. Yeah. We'll be eagerly watching. Yeah. Sorry if I annoyed anybody, but I'd like to remind everyone that I have a Patreon. Patreon. Were you in the middle of saying something? No, I always regret when I go on rants. See, I'm the opposite of a Dennis Miller. Yeah. Or an Adam Carolla. Right. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. People are asking me what are my thoughts about Adam's reaction. That's what you get on Patreon. About this? Yeah. Did he have one? He did, yeah. What was it? You got to go to Patreon. Well, I'll chime in. Tell me what his reaction was. It was, you'd have to watch it. It was very measured. See, it was very equivocating. I will just say this. Motherfucker, you supported Trump. He defended Kimmel, I think. But you supported fucking Trump. And you talk about, like, his whole thing was always... Adam's whole thing was always like, well, who cares who's the president? Yeah, I know. What does it affect you? Like, here. Yeah. The guy that how is your daily life going to be different depending on who the president is? Was his whole thing? Yeah. The guy who made you famous. Yeah. You would be a contractor right now if it weren't for Jimmy fucking Kimmel. and you supported the guy that just wants to just cut his fucking livelihood underneath. Like, I'm overstating it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be more than measured, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Be outraged.
Yeah.
Especially since you helped make it happen.
Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Also Substack, AlisonRosen.substack.com. Thank you, Daniel, for being on the show. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?